From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
It's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello.
Yo, Mike, it's Roz Mocha.
How's it going?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Not bad, not bad.
I want to get to this question that you just sent through on text, okay?
Sure.
About what you've been wondering. And everybody is here. Shem's here. Dammit Maury's here. Deepa's here. Of course, Roz is here. So can you please say to everyone what the question is that you just texted to us?
I was just wondering in the office between, Roz Mocha, Maury, Shem, and Deepa, who's physically the strongest from one all the way to last?
Oh no.
Physically the strongest.
Who
Who can lift the most?
If there was like a physical competition, who would be the strongest from one to last place?
Okay. In your mind, Mike, what's the order?
I feel like first place would be either Shem or Mocha.
My God. No.
Really?
No.
Really? No.
No.
Facts.
No.
No.
Everyone turn
Scarborough
quick.
in us.
No.
Okay, and then?
I would say Roz, Deepa, and Maury.
Wait a second. You think Deepa's stronger than Maury?
Possibly.
Wait, no, I
Oh,
am.
damn.
I was going to say Mocha for sure. I mean, he's beaten me in like tug of war and stuff. Then I would go Roz because I let him win at arm wrestling.
Yeah, okay.
Easy.
I would say me first. I thought I was going to be first.
The strongest?
The strongest, Deepa?
Yes.
Oh, Deepa.
Yeah, but
Realistically?
he's
Stop
talking
it.
about
Okay.
Talking
yeah,
about
like
what?
in challenges.
You guys can always have like an arm wrestle competition.
Not COVID,
No,
bro.
Yes, I'm down.
no, because that's not strength. Like, and neither is like. Here's my thing: is that in order to like determine strength, like it can't be something like an arm wrestle. It can't even be something like a bench press. Like in order to determine strength, you would have to just put something really, really heavy on the ground, and you would have to pick it up and put it on top of something else.
Fine, I'll be the heavy thing on the ground.
Deepa, do you think if David Maury was laid down on the ground that you'd be able to physically pick him up and place him on the table here?
I don't know if I could probably deadlift him, but I'm not sure I
I
could
mean,
pick him
there's
up.
only one way to really
how-
find out.
How's that?
Come in here.
Okay. Should we try it? I would be down.
Yo,
That's
I'll
what
wear
I
my
think.
mask.
Everyone mask up. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Screw
let's
it.
do
We're doing
it.
this right
Let's
now.
do it. Let's
Everyone
do it.
mask up and get in here.
Yeah.
Are we doing it?
Yeah, okay, hold on.
We're doing it right now?
Okay, here's what we're going to do. Mike, stay on the phone, okay?
Okay.
We're going to play a song because I just want to make sure everything is set up in here. And then we're gonna
come back
lift
and
Maury.
and Deepa, you go first.
Like this is with my shoes and belt on. Everything.
Everything. Yeah,
well,
yeah,
we
yeah.
certainly don't want you to start taking things off because I don't know where that ends. Okay, so we're gonna deadlift Dammit Maury, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on, Mike.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay,
Okay,
so
we're all masked up here.
yeah. Yo, Mike, are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so Mike texted in earlier and said, I don't know why, but I've been wondering who is physically stronger in the office and in what order.
Yeah. And thank you for the question, by the way. And we said that in order to determine this couldn't be like an arm wrestle or it couldn't be even like a bench press, something conventional. Like it has to be something heavy on the floor that we each would then to try to pick up and put on top of something else. And then Maury said, well, why don't I just be the thing on the floor? And so that's what we're going to do. And Deepa was like, I think that I can lift up Maury. So
Here, I'm going to take my keys and wallet out.
yeah, please do that.
Just for fairness.
Yeah, and we all have masks on. Like there's an outbreak in here of something. It's super weird for us to all be
there
here
is.
with masks on doing this doing the show. So Maury, so how are you then, Deepa, going to lift up? Like, what would you like? Would you like Maury to sort of lie down in a little ball and like maybe put his arms in a loop, and you could grab his arms and try and lift them up like that?
Try, like, I just, like, Because if you're lying on the ground, how do I?
I thought if I was straight stiff.
What do you mean?
Like
Lying on the ground?
like laying
stiff
on your
this,
back?
Like on my back, straight stiff, and she puts like her hand under this part and
Your
my
back
legs.
and your legs?
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, we can try.
You can try that.
Because I feel like I'll be heavier if I'm in a ball.
Well, you weigh the same regardless of the shape you're in, man. Okay, like.
Well, this is why we're working shopping it.
No, okay. So
Here,
down you
move
go
that chair,
more.
move that chair.
Move that chair.
Okay, this is gonna be so bad.
Aren't
Okay.
You all have to do this.
Okay, so down on the ground, Maury,
Okay,
first.
down on the ground first.
Yeah.
Like grab your arms like this.
Yeah.
Okay, and tuck in close.
Okay.
So Deepa, what I want you to do is try and grab him like this
Oh.
and lift him and try and lift him like that. Or you put one hand there and then one hand under this foot like that.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay,
Deepa.
Deepa's going to try
Here we
to
go.
lift him at Maury
Look,
right
go.
now.
Oh, he's off the ground! He's off the ground!
Oh, Deepa! You got him up off the ground. So, Mike, Deepa was able to pick David Maury up off the ground.
Yeah.
But you couldn't lift him up onto the table.
No, I can't lift him like that. I'd have to
Right. Okay, here, I'm going to try now. You want me to try?
Yeah. Roz is walking over to try now.
It sounds like this is going to turn into a wrestling match.
Okay.
Roz is standing in front of David Maury, who's laying on his back, and he's almost like fetal position.
Yeah.
Roz is grabbing him
ready?
now. Yeah, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Roz picked David Maury up.
Hold on, Maury, stay there. Stay there
You didn't
again.
get him up on the table, though.
Stay there. Stay there again.
It's attempt number 2, Mike.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
With one arm! Okay.
Okay, Mocha, you're up.
Oh, he's so winded right now, bro.
Okay, you're up.
Okay. All right.
You got this.
Here we go.
Okay. Up on the table, right?
Here we go. Okay, so Mocha is now walking over to Dan Maury. Okay, Mocha's down on one knee.
What?
He's trying to pick him up like a bride. Okay. Okay. Mocha's struggling.
Yo, you are so heavy.
He's struggling. Okay.
here we go.
Mocha's struggling. He can't get him up. Okay. Okay, he's trying to put him on the table. It's not going to happen. Mocha's dying. Okay, Mocha's gassed. He's gassed. It's not going to happen. Mocha's collapsing. Maury's going to land on Mocha. He's going to land on him. Mocha's trying again. He's trying again. He's trying again. It's not. No. No, it's not happening. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. You got so close. You got so close. Okay. So Mocha was trying to carry Maury like a new bride, right? Like, you know, that way that you carry somebody over the threshold. And he was trying to put him up on the counter. And he almost got there. But Maury's foot got a hold of the bottom of the counter.
I'm going to try one more time.
Okay. Okay. Mocha's going to try again.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Mocha starts from one knee. Okay. He's trying again.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh! Oh, he's almost gonna do it. He's almost gonna do it. Oh, he's trying.
1,
2, 3. No, it's gonna fall. Oh my God, this is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well. This is not going well. This is not going.
I'm so disappointed in myself, guys.
That was good.
Okay, Shem, you're up.
I'll do it. Hey, Shem.
Oh, Mike.
By the way, this is the greatest day of Maury's life.
I think you guys are just all
Okay,
taking
Shem.
up, Maury.
Here we go.
Maury, you're so heavy, dog.
Here we go. Okay.
Maury, what?
There we go. Okay.
Yo!
Hold on. Okay. Now I gotta try and get Maury on the counter.
Shem just did it. First attempt.
Wow. Wow.
Roz is trying again. All right, Roz is cradling David Maury like a baby. Oh. Roz did it. Roz did it.
Okay, now the only way we gotta level up. So now, Deepa, you gotta lay on Maury, and then we gotta lift you both up.
Oh my God. Well, there you go, Mike.
Oh, wow.
Aren't you glad you texted in?
Oh, I'm so happy. I wish I could have seen it.
You will.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay.
No, that ain't right.
No,
that ain't right.
come on.
No, that ain't right.
Wow, Mocha's really busted up. He
This
couldn't
ain't
lift
right,
Maury.
guys. Nah, man.
I just reached over for my drink and my arm seized up from when because the second time I lifted Maury 3 times, right? The first time I lifted him, I used both arms. Then I did stupidly. I lifted him with one arm.
Yeah, you gassed yourself on that one.
I gassed myself on that one, and then I put him on the counter for the 3rd time. But I literally just reached over to my drink right now, and my arm, oh my God, my bicep is so sore right now.
You need some milk.
I do. It's tight. Like everything is just tight. So again, was it Mike that called in? Is that who that guy was? He wanted to know, just out of curiosity, who was the strongest person on the show. And we had decided to deadlift Damn It Maury. So Damn It Maury lied on the floor, and we all tried. Deepa went first. Deepa, are you okay? Are you satisfied? You got him off the ground?
I got him off the ground, but now I wanted to show everybody up and do it like 3 times because there's no way I could put him on the counter. But I got a little bit of air, which is good. So
so
good
you
job,
want to
Deepa.
do pretend like he's like a weight and do like reps?
Yeah.
Like a kettlebell?
Yeah, like a kettlebell.
Like, well, hold on.
We're not gonna-
So that means
we're
you have
gonna
to
swing
swing
you.
him between
No.
your legs and then up over your head.
No, just
We're
up
not
and down.
putting anyone
Just
between.
up and
just a
down.
regular
Just out of
deadlift.
fairness, I never got to deadlift Maury.
Right. Well, that's because
Well, how you
you were the
plan
weight more. Mocha, you're not happy with your performance
no,
at all?
No.
No.
And I know where I went wrong.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you guys, but I know exactly what my mistake was. Because I'm like in my mind reviewing my technique.
Right.
And
This is
then-
going to haunt you, isn't it?
Yeah. Bro, I'm working
Is it
out
'cause
today.
you-
Okay.
Is it because you went all the way to the ground? Is that the technique?
I'm not
issue?
telling you. Don't worry about it.
Fine,
Okay.
fine.
What if you smell
What,
absolutely amazing, by the way, and it's rubbed off onto me?
Can we? I need to redeem myself. Can we do this again, like next week or something?
Oh, my God.
Are
We
you
have to.
serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So redemption?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I have to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Deadlift redemption?
I can't. There's no way.
So I have to stay the same weight.
Yes.
That
Yeah,
shouldn't be a
Maury. Yeah,
problem,
you
Doug.
can't. Yeah.
I can't drop or
No,
gain.
you need to weigh yourself after the show today, and you need to come in next week weighing the same amount.
So I have to stop eating this arrow.
Yeah, but if you're lighter, then we get to hang things off you, though, to get you back up to the weight that me and Shem lifted.
like 5-pound kettlebells.
Yes, something like an old boot. What are the texts saying? Do people want this to happen again?
Let me see here. That lifting competition was epic. I absolutely love you guys. That comes to us from Karina. Somebody asked, a lot of people were asking if we were filming this. Yes, so don't worry. We're going to post this up on IG a little later on. That was the best radio day. This is the best radio day ever. Deadlifting Maury, awesome. Somebody else texts and goes, WSIB has just entered the chat. Who broke their back?
Me.
Hearing Mocha try to go Super Saiyan made my morning. Somebody else said, so the order in strength is Shem, Roz, Deepa, Mocha? No, that's not.
Hold on a second here. I lifted Maury 3 times.
No, but I
Yeah, but
lifted him
Shem
with ease.
did it
Shem-
once.
Yeah, I lifted Maury when I
should
put
go
him on the
Shem,
counter. I had
Roz.
already lifted Maury twice.
I
You
know,
should've done
but
it the first
Shem
time, bro.
still, first attempt,
With ease.
picked
Yeah.
him up and put him on the counter.
Yes, so did I the first time I tried to put him on the counter.
but not with
I had
Diddy on the
already
counter.
lifted him twice.
No, Roz. Shem wins this.
I had
think Shem got
already
this
lifted
one.
the boy twice, once with one arm. What more do you want from me?
No, I
Put him
know,
on the
but
counter.
the challenge,
I put him on the counter.
but on your third attempt, the challenge
It wasn't my
was-
third attempt.
It was,
Yes, it
though.
No, you said that you were going to put him on the counter. I was just lifting him the way Deepa lifted him.
Well, don't blame me now.
No. From the very beginning, the rule was put Maury on the counter.
Thank
no,
you.
because I just followed what Deepa did. That's all. I
No,
wasn't
but
trying
Deepa
to
did it
lift
wrong.
him.
Deepa did it wrong the
my
first
fault.
time.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
wasn't
he
trying.
did.
My first 2 times, I wasn't trying to
But
put him
then
on the counter.
I went second, and
But that was your rule, though. I was just lifting
I
Maury.
understood the assignment, though.
Yeah,
from Mike.
that's fine. Oh, for
I
God's sake.
understood
As
the
if I'm
assignment.
getting screwed out of this. I lifted the man 3 times, once with one arm. I crushed every obstacle in my way, and suddenly I didn't win?
Well, listen,
Please.
you have time. To,
Please.
yo, you got a week, dog,
to do what?
to train for the
To
next time we
crush the
do this.
competition again?
Again, no, you didn't crush the competition. I'm
Please.
saying
You're stronger
no.
than me, bro.
No, somebody just texted and says Shem wins 100%.
Yes.
How? I don't
Yes.
understand this. How Shem
He
wins?
followed the rules.
Get in the gym, Roz.
Oh, my God.
Someone just texted and goes, yo, pure chaos this morning. I love
Pure
it.
chaos. I never thought that this was going to come down to, like, I didn't achieve the most out of all of you.
Julia said, this is the most hilarious thing I've ever heard you do on the show. I'm sitting in the parking lot listening to you all. I don't even care that I'm late for work.
Why does Roz do this every time he loses?
What
This
are
is
you
the
talking
funniest
about?
thing ever. I'm dying of laughter. to this quote strength competition right now.
Okay, let's
And
put
then
the focus.
Robert said, let me read this one.
Yeah.
Robert said, I'm going to be late for work. I'm driving around the block just for this.
Let's put the focus back where the focus needs to be right now, and that is on the loser.
You.
Mocha, what are you going to do to redeem yourself? Because you really did embarrass yourself. You were the biggest flexer going into this.
I thought I had. Yeah, I'm not going to deny.
You were.
Yeah, I thought I got this in the bag.
Yeah. Okay, so where did you go wrong? Do you need a step to get you a little bit higher to get Maury on the counter?
Oh, because he's so little.
Shut up, Diva. Let me ask you. I know where I went wrong.
Big shoes. We'll get you big shoes.
No, I don't need anything.
No, okay.
Is it only Mocha redoing, or are you all redoing?
Well, I don't have to redo anything. I won.
I don't know.
Roz, you did not win.
How did I not win?
Can I read some more texts?
Yeah.
Shem, clear winner.
How, though? Okay, explain to me
Roz,
how.
worst listening skills ever.
Okay.
Mocha set the rule.
Somebody said sore loser.
Who's a sore loser?
You are.
How am I? Mocha fell.
Somebody said
Okay.
Roz needs to take the L.
I didn't. How is this an L
Shem
for me?
all the way. Big
First of all,
Daddy Shem wins.
Listen.
Roz is
I hate this show. I hate the audience. I hate everybody involved in
Roz is a sore
this.
loser. Reads another one.
No, okay. Listen to me right now. If you have your phone in your hand right now, okay, know this. I hate you, and I know that we're not supposed to use the H word. I hate you. Okay, I hate this show.
It's fun.
I want out so bad right now. Okay, I'm just about done. I'm just about to go full retired. I know I just left ET Canada, and I'm half retired. I swear to God, I'm going to go full retired.
You're not the biggest loser on
Here,
this.
listen. Some more text. Roz needs to get over the fact that he lost.
Lost? How am I the loser? Mocha's the loser. Like, there's one loser.
You just keep in second.
Yeah, no, Roz is not the loser.
Roz is such a sore loser. Poor sportsmanship. Shem wins.
Okay, listen, you sons of...
But listen.
Oh my God, Roz.
Does anybody? Am I like the only one that's like not complaining? Like, do you guys hear me at the level that Roz is at right now?
I'm not complaining.
No, not at all.
Like, Mocha has accepted his loss.
Yeah,
And
I
Roz,
said
you should too.
I accepted the fact that I lost. I know where my mistakes were. I know where I went wrong.
Yeah,
and I'm going to fix those. Attempt to fix those mistakes when we try this again.
One person in this team, okay, lifted Maury 3 times, one of which was with one arm.
Yeah,
and then when you guys were like, you didn't put him on the counter, I put him on the counter.
But that wasn't the challenge, though.
That is clearly the win.
No,
clearly the
it's
win.
not.
The real winner is Maury. Let's be honest.
Oh,
No.
I worked very hard.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hot Ones. You ever watch this show?
Oh my God, so
on YouTube.
funny.
So
Yes.
Hot Ones is where they interview celebrities, and then throughout the course of the interview, they have to just keep eating like hot wings, and they just get progressively hotter and hotter and hotter.
So good.
And Hot Ones almost killed Millie Bobby Brown. I swear to God, I'm not even joking.
I saw this
She
clip
almost
on the
didn't make it
weekend.
out of this alive.
I feel bad when they do these episodes because sometimes they really surprise people, because I feel like people in their mind, they prep themselves and they're like, they know what the show's about. They know they're going to have hot wings, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, whatever, I'll deal with it.
No
I can
big
take
deal.
it.
Yeah.
But then when you see like,
Bro, she was in rough shape too.
Yeah.
Rough shape. Listen to this.
That's not even normal.
No, nothing about it. Nothing about it.
That like made me want to stop breathing.
You're still doing well. You're still crushing it.
Oh no.
You're still doing good.
No. What one did Tom Holland cry at?
At this one.
Why did you do this to me? I'm only 18.
Oh no.
I'm only small. Why is like not getting better though?
I know. It's just gonna grow a little bit.
I don't think I can do more. I'm telling you, my face doesn't feel like my face. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. Literally.
She brought up the Tom Holland one. Yeah, that one I think almost killed him.
Yeah.
But I wonder if the Millie Bobby Brown one will become like the new Idris Elba meme.
Yeah.
Because you know the one of Idris Elba when he was on Hot Ones?
Oh, I know.
He couldn't take it.
No, it's like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart started to disrobe. Like his coat was like half on, half off. Like it was. How far would you go on Hot Ones, Deepa?
Oh, nowhere. I used to
Nowhere.
have really high tolerance because, like Indian food, West Indian food, there's a lot of pepper sauce.
Yeah.
But my dermatologist actually told me that hot, spicy food causes acne for me, so I had to stop eating
Oh, I thought
it.
you meant like a general. Just for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for me
Wow.
in particular. So I think I'd be really bad at this.
But like you do all the food reviews and you go to various restaurants around the city and stuff and you're tasting, especially like some of the like the West Indian places, right? Or Indian places that you visited are known for their spicy dishes. So do you tend to like just stay away from those ones completely? Like those
And I say,
dishes?
Auntie, can I get a mild, please? Don't put no weird pepper in my food.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Toronto Blue Jays have been super hot this season. They had their Pride Night on Sunday, and Dammit Morey was there.
Friday.
Oh, sorry, on Friday.
Yeah.
Dammit Morey was there with his dad, Frank, and they had the opportunity
Oh, is this when? Yeah.
to install the special edition Pride bases.
What is
on
it?
the
What
field.
makes a Pride base more? What did it? What was so special about it?
They have the pride flag on all four corners.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
That's real nice. So before Dammit Morey and his father, Frank, head out onto the field, the big announcer came on the big speakers for the entire Rogers Center. It sounded like this.
Happy Pride, Blue Jays fans. Thanks for celebrating
Pause
Pride
for 1
Month
second.
with
Pause for
us
1
at
second.
Rogers
That
Center.
doesn't sound like a real person. Is that a real person?
Yeah, his name's Tim.
Really?
What do you mean it doesn't sound like a real person?
That is like the most affected announcer. Like that sounds like if you had to like create a character in a machine that sounded like somebody who did the announcements at a.
Have you never been to This Guy's Voice is Famous?
No, that's really wild. He sounds like he's like if you created like you would go up in that room and open the door, being like, "Ha, gotcha," and it would just be like it would be like a machine.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's so perfect.
Listen.
Happy Pride, Blue Jays fans. Thanks for
I
celebrating
guess.
Pride Month with us at Rogers Center tonight. Now, if you turn your attention to first base, we're excited to be joined by Dammit Morey of the Roz and Mocha Show and his proud dad, Frank J. Sherman. They have the very special honor of installing the Pride bases tonight. What a special moment.
I like that they used Frank J. Sherman
I was just
as
going to
well.
say, does your old man usually use the J, or did you
He
just try and
loves the
fancy
J.
him up a little bit?
No, he loves the J.
Really, huh?
Yeah. Even on his checks, it says Frank J.
Does
Sherman.
it really? That's awesome.
So Dammit Morey and his father then head out onto the field.
Yeah.
This is the Major League Baseball Pride base. We have it here.
This is pretty special that you and I are installing the Pride base.
I know.
Walking over
I don't
the
think
line.
it's ever an experience that anyone could really be able to do here.
Okay, you grab one end.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say to you, Happy Pride. This is such an
This is
amazing
really
moment.
special.
Dad,
I'm glad we're able to do this together. This is really something special.
Okay, here we go. It's not going in. It's not going in. Is it going in? It's not going in. Damn it. Okay, here we go.
There it is.
Hold on, touch the base. This is like an absolutely incredible moment. I just want to say that you are one of the greatest dads ever to do something like this with me.
Well,
You're the best.
thank you very much. But this might be one of those disco moments where I go down, I might not be able to get back up.
So happy Pride from my dad and myself to everyone. Happy Pride. I can't believe my dad wanted to do this with me. So
Happy Pride. Everybody, thank you very much.
thank you. That's great.
Oh, so
That was really nice.
sweet.
But like in that moment, right? Beautiful moment between you and your dad, Dammit Morey. But in that moment, I feel like maybe you were, I don't know if you were expecting for him to say, I love you, or if you were waiting for a moment to jump in and say, I love you.
Wow.
Like, it just
I
sounded.
never thought of that till just.
No, but like, do you guys?
wow.
Like, do you guys say that to each other? I just found like close to the after you put the bases in.
We do say it all
Yeah?
the time, but
Okay,
I think
okay.
that Happy Pride sort of stole the spotlight.
Yeah. What was the expression on Frank's face? What were the emotions going through that you could tell from him?
I think
in
that,
moment?
I mean, he's never been on the field before.
No.
So
Oh,
I
really?
think
Oh,
he's
wow.
never been on the field
Yeah.
before. This is the first time that he and I have gone to a ball game together in a long time. It's usually him with my other brothers. So I
'Cause he
think
loves the Jays, right?
He
Like, he
absolutely
loves
the
going to those
Jays.
games.
I think that he was just in awe. I think
Yeah.
that he just being on the field, doing this with me. I just think that there was a lot to take in for him.
How did
Yeah.
you tell him that you guys were doing this?
I told him when we were on the field.
You did.
Oh, really? He had no
So
idea.
he didn't know.
So I
So
brought
what was the
him.
setup before you guys even got to the field? Like, what did he think was happening?
He thought we were just going to go onto the field to take some, to take a couple selfies.
Right.
And then I'm like,
Okay.
hey, by the way, this is what we're doing. And he said, what?
Yeah.
He thought it was really cool.
And so, what was the conversation afterwards?
Oh, he wanted to know if we got him any the Pride beach towels they were handing out. Immediately after, he's like, "Oh, "Did you get me?"
So,
a
were
beach
you just
towel?"
like an emotional wreck all night?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I like playing back the video and looking at the pictures. I just thought it was super cool.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd get to do that.
Did anybody try and do the "there's no crying in baseball" thing with you?
I said that to him. Yes,
you
I did.
You did. You
I said that to myself.
You said that
because you're the only one that was crying in that
I
moment.
know, but then to lighten the mood, I'm like, "There's no crying in baseball."
What did he say?
He said, "Haha."
Oh, I can't get up. I can't get up.
Well, happy Pride, Dammit Moore. That's awesome.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, big up to the Toronto Blue Jays. They have just been killing it this season. Second in the
Well, the last
American
couple
League.
weeks they've been killing it.
7 straight road game wins. 7-0
awesome.
is what they picked up last night, win over Kansas City. And the Jays celebrating Pride, as a lot of people are. Happy Pride, everyone. Dan Mori had a chance to talk to Trent Thornton and Danny Jensen of the Toronto Blue Jays to talk all things Pride. Check this out.
Trent, dude, happy Pride!
Oh, yeah? Let's go.
All right, happy
Pride.
Pride, happy Pride. All right, what
I
makes
love it.
you, since it is Pride, what makes you fabulous?
I mean, first thing, I think my specs, and then I got to go with my soul patch. You know, this is the only facial hair I can grow.
Soul patches were like big in the 90s.
Hey, dude, I'll make them come back.
Okay, who would you say is the biggest gay icon?
I would say Elton John. You know, off the top of my head, I think he makes great music, great personality. He's done a lot of good.
Since you said Elton John first, you know that means that you and I have to sing a little bit of Elton John.
Okay.
Hold
me closer,
tiny dancer.
Wow. You just went for it.
Out the headlights on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of linen. I think we did pretty good right there.
We're now going to figure out what your drag queen name would be. That is your first pet and the first street you lived on.
We had a golden retriever named Dusty, and then I lived on Bluff, so Dusty Bluff.
Oh my God, Dusty Bluff. Ladies and gentlemen, Dusty Bluff. Oh my God, Danny Jansen, how are you? Happy Pride.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me.
What makes you fabulous?
So for me, I think it's my glasses, and I only have really one other pair that I wear outside of baseball. But
Can
I'm
I
trying
just say, I'm going to answer for you.
Wow.
I'm going to say it's not your glasses. I'm going to say it's your smile.
it's my smile.
I'm
It's
gonna
my
say it's
missing
your smile.
tooth, even my missing tooth.
Oh,
Right
I did
there.
not see the missing tooth, but I mean, you know, you could do a lot with that gap
Yeah,
there. But
thank you.
I'm
Still
just saying, I
fabulous.
think it's your smile, and I'm not flirting, maybe, but it's your smile.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, now who would you say is the biggest gay icon?
For me, Madonna.
Oh,
Madonna.
Madge. So that
Okay.
means you and I have to sing a little bit of Madonna for Pride.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Like a virgin.
Ow!
Wow.
Touched
for the very first time.
And then again. Like a
virgin.
virgin. When your heart
Heart
beats
beats
next to
to
mine.
Oh, God.
What would your drag queen name be? So the way you figure this out is your first pet and the first street you lived on.
So my drag queen name is Pouncy Park Ridge.
Pouncy Partridge?
What do you got on that?
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Pouncy Partridge.
It's got a little ring to it, huh?
Do you want to know what mine was?
Yes.
Myrtile Fitzroy.
Myrtile Fitzroy. That is electric.
Sounds like a 90-year-old drag queen.
Yeah, I'm on it. It's good. Good one.
Dude, happy Pride. It is so good to see you, and I love that you're wearing the Pride flag on your shirt today.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Myrtile Fitzroy.
What
By the
was-
way, that's Trent Thornton and Danny Jensen.
What was
of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Myrtile was my goldfish.
But isn't it Myrtle?
No, but I know it was Myrtile the fish. I even wrote a children's book about Myrtile the fish.
Myrtile? I've never heard such a name, Myrtile.
Yeah, Myrtile, and then Fitzroy Terrace that I lived on. Deepa, what would your drag name be? First pet and first street.
Tubby Huntingwood?
That's great. Shem, what would yours be?
Hold on, wait.
Why?
I think we need to appreciate this for 1 second longer. Deepa, that again is what?
Tubby Huntingwood?
Ladies and gentlemen, Tubby Huntingwood.
Okay, Shem. None?
Oh no.
Oh,
Shem.
man.
Roz?
Ain't got no pet, ain't got no wife. It's just not good over there. Sorry.
Too early for that.
Mine would be what street did we live
First
on?
pet, first street.
I understand. I'm trying to do the memory thing right now, Maury.
Mine would Tig Woodmount.
You what?
Actually, wait, no. It would be because my first pet is our golden retriever, Tig.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I never had one.
And what street did you grow up on?
Woodmount.
And what are you, Deepa? Wood Hunt?
Tubby Huntingwood.
Huntingwood, and you are so you're Huntingwood and you're mounting wood?
No,
Lots of
Woodmount.
wood.
Woodmount.
Yeah.
Okay, come on now. Come on now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, see, I would have different names because we lived on Woodmount for a while. We lived on a street called Naganash for a while.
Oh.
And then for the longest time, I guess the long duration of time would be Old Finch. So it would be Tig Old Finch.
Come on, Roz.
I think that mine would be. I'm trying to remember what my first street was. I don't even remember what my first street was. We moved so many times when I was a kid. But something along the lines of like Pookie Churchill.
That's so good. I think you win. I honestly think you win. That's so good.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Maury was in The Advocate again.
The what?
What's The Advocate? Explain The Advocate to people, Maury.
It's the biggest gay magazine around. Like it's an online and print magazine.
Did you send me that story?
I can. I did. But I
Did
can
you?
send it
Yeah,
again.
hold on here. Give me 1 second. I got to find it. It's when Maury and his dad, Frank J. Sherman, and you made The Advocate last year too, right?
When my dad raised the pride flag in his backyard.
That's what it was.
Did they refer to him as Frank J. Sherman
Hold
in
on,
the article?
hold
Please
on.
let them.
I'm reading. Give me 1 second.
Please. Did they?
Out Canadian radio personality Maury Sherman and his father Frank. No,
they do.
Okay,
No,
hold
keep
on.
reading.
Okay. Installed the Pride bases at Friday night's Toronto Blue Jays game ahead of the team's Pride weekend. Sherman, better known as Damn It Maury to his listeners, posted his appreciation for the team's invite on Instagram. They quote Maury, such an incredible and memorable experience with my dad. In the video, accompanied by the post, Sherman and his father go out to the field to place the bases. As they walk out, the announcer says, "Happy Pride, Jays fans." If you turn your attention, we have that clip, right? Damon Maury from the Roz and Mocha Show and his proud dad, Frank J. Sherman.
There you go.
Yes.
They had special honor. Did they talk to you in this?
Yeah, so they asked me some questions in an email.
Yeah.
So I wrote a thing up and had Matthew spell check it.
Oh, did you? Yeah. They say, Maury says this, "I'm so lucky to have a dad like Frank," Sherman told The Advocate in an email. "Having the chance to witness one of my dad's dreams of being on the home field at the Rogers Center where the Blue Jays play was just that much more special when the incredible team at the Blue Jays invited my dad and I to be on the first ever people outside of official MLB grounds to have the honor of installing the Pride bases ahead of Pride Night, which was just an absolute emotional moment." It was. It was.
I was like, hearing you read my words made me cry.
Oh, for God's sake, man.
Did you send that article to Frank J. Sherman?
I did, and oh my God, this is so amazing.
Yeah.
He printed it, because he's back in the office.
Yeah.
He printed it and put it on the bulletin board in the lunchroom.
No.
Oh,
did he
that's
really?
amazing.
Yeah.
He's so proud. I
Yeah.
love him.
That's great. And it means a lot to you to be in The Advocate, huh?
It doesn't get any bigger.
Yeah.
For the gay world, that's
Yeah.
pretty big.
Stop
it.
That's what he said.
Hey, what the hell's going on? Explain this. Did you guys see this Burger King Pride Whopper?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that real? Is that photo
So
real?
it's in Austria. Okay. So there's a lot of backlash for the burger. Everybody does pride washing, right? Like all the big giant corporations put the rainbow on everything. And
Oreo
it's-
cookies did it
It's
once.
to make a buck,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
It's
for sure.
not for inclusivity.
I saw
it's to make a buck.
more than any other year. I saw people like on TikTok and Instagram, like being like, "Here we go again," and like calling out the big companies for what they're doing. This
So
month.
Burger King Austria got a lot of backlash because they released the Pride Whopper with two equal buns. The Pride Whopper will either have 2 top buns or 2 bottom buns to promote equality.
Tops and bottoms.
They say with 2 equal buns for equal love and equal rights. This is Burger King Austria in their Instagram post. We set an example for the equality of all identities and sexual orientation. So is my burger straight every other day of the year, except for when they put, and also if you wanted to like, to me anyway, if you're going to make like a pride burger, you would go out of your way to make sure that they only had a top bun and a bottom bun to match them up.
No. Well, I mean,
never put 2 tops together. Those relationships never work out.
No, you would. Oh, no, they don't. You would. You would order what you are, right? So, are you a top or are you a bottom? And can I say,
now I get it.
I honestly thought that was I didn't think that it was a real ad.
No, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
What were you going to say, Maury?
I was going to say, so many people messaged me in DMs asking me if I was offended by
You
this.
were outraged, right? Because
If I
they
was
want you to
outraged.
because I think that this is one of those situations, Maury, where non-gay people are outraged by this, right?
Yeah, and I think they were disappointed when I said that it was absolutely amazing and one of the funniest ads I've ever seen. It was a perfect example of simplicity and brilliancy.
Oh, wow.
It was just awesome. I loved it.
Did you just say brilliancy?
I may have.
Simplicity and brilliancy. It's a perfect example. So you're into this, right? You would order either the top, the.
But why would I be offended because a company is doing something creative for Pride? There's nothing offensive about this.
Right. Now I get it. See, I thought.
Which one would you order?
Well, stop. Shut your mouth, man. Okay. Your father's going to listen to this, Maury. He doesn't want to hear his boy talk. This conversation's not going to get posted on the bulletin board at work. That's for damn sure.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Steve Harvey talking about the split between his daughter, Lori Harvey, and Michael B. Jordan.
Which is too bad because he's done some real great comedy based around Michael B. Jordan dating his daughter.
Yeah.
Like, so he's had some really great bits based around that. And it's too bad, too.
Shem, did you slide into the DMs yet for Lori Harvey?
Come on.
Yo, her
Can
DMs,
you
her DMs,
even slide into Lori Harvey's DMs?
I don't know, man. Her DMs must be like full.
But I don't think that they would be any different if she was still with Michael B. Jordan. You think a guy like Shem cares that she's with Michael B. Jordan? No.
Oh, you can.
Oh, nice. Just you know what you should just write? Just write test and send
Good one.
and see if she.
See if in like the next few hours if it says C.
Yeah, just write test. like when I send myself an email when the server's down, right?
Test.
Yeah, test, and then see if she writes back received. see what.
See shit you up?
Yeah, Maury, what's the best first line when sliding in somebody's DMs?
Oh, I usually say something like, "Hey, if I write you here, will you see it?"
Oh, okay. And then what happens when it says seen but they don't write you back?
You move on quickly.
Okay.
Hit delete right away.
Yeah, so that's and does that usually get you a response, do you think?
Always. Because like it's sort of like, yeah, no, I see it.
So you're not asking a question, like you're not being specific. You're just saying, hey, if I write you here, will you get it?
Yeah.
But why wouldn't they get it? It's their DMs.
Oh, because sometimes it goes into that separate box or they have DMs turned, like notifications turned off.
Gotcha. Maybe somebody else is checking them for
Or
them
maybe
and
they
all
would have
this
gone to
stuff.
that other section and you can see their message, but you as a sender don't get a notification. Like you don't see that they've seen it, right? Because they have to
Right.
accept that message
Now,
in order to communicate.
Now, if I know Maury would write somebody and say, hey, if I write you here, will you see it? And then they will see it and not write back, and then Maury would then write obviously with like a friend with a broken heart emoji. Apparently so. Okay, so Shem,
we were cool.
you wrote Lori Harvey test after the breakup with Michael B. Jordan.
And
thank you.
Are you blocked yet?
Are you blocked yet? Have you been blocked after sending somebody that, Maury?
I've only been blocked by one person.
Which is
Prince.
Oh, but you didn't send him any DMs or anything
No,
like that.
that's
though,
I've
no.
not been blocked by
But are you
anybody
sure that you haven't been blocked by anybody else? I find that difficult to believe, no offense.
No, it's the only one. That program I pay for would tell me otherwise.
Oh, wow. What is that program, by the way? Can you tell people? I'm sure they're interested in it.
Oh, no, I've had people ask me about it.
Yeah? What
it's
is
just
it?
called IG Analyzer.
Okay. And what does it do aside from
tells you-
analyzing your IG, dummy?
That's what it's called. It tells you like how many people, like who's unfollowed you. It tells you like the top people who interact with you.
Oh, wow.
Who's blocked you. It's a pretty neat program.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
So the kind of program that you just hope to God nobody else has, right, Maureen?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, because then they would know what you're up to. So what is Steve Harvey doing? Is he talking about the breakup?
Yeah, so
Oh,
Steve Harvey
no.
on his radio show yesterday was asked about it by his co-host and said this.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay, so how you
What's
feel?
going on?
We're on the
Yeah.
air right now with this.
Yeah.
I feel fine.
Can't stand you.
I'm fine. Ain't changed my life now. I still got to go to work. I still
People
got to turn
break
these
up, huh?
corners. I
Mhm.
still got to take care of my family. No, man, I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Wish them well. I mean, I'm Team Lori, so I mean, I'm
Yeah.
Team Lori,
Yeah.
1,000%. She's my daughter. I love her. I support her.
Quiet.
He's still a cool guy.
Yeah,
from what
because you
I
guys
know.
had,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
liked him a
so
lot.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a breakup, and I'm
And you're
pretty
right,
sure they'll
Steve.
be
People
fine.
break up.
I just wish I could have broke up without the cost factor with it.
How is this about you? We're trying to make sure Lori's
I got
all
to start
right.
learning from my children. Get out early.
How is this about?
You gotta go to court.
I waited way too late.
Hey, Shem, you should
Steve Harvey.
you should slide into Steve's DM and say, oh, by the way, I'm also Team Lori.
Good one.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Man, I am so looking forward to this.
This is 5 in 7.
Yes.
Roz and Mocha original game.
Welcome to 5 in 7. The rules for 5 in 7, very simple. We will ask Dammit Maury to name 5 things. He has 7 seconds to name those 5 things. Mocha will be the official judge and timekeeper. Dammit Maury, are you ready?
I think so.
Maury, name 5 famous Davids.
David Duchovny, David Schwimmer, David.
Loser.
Damn, man.
So you got Duchovny,
Yeah.
and you got Schwimmer.
Schwimmer.
Would have accepted Bowie,
Oh,
Letterman,
oh my God.
Spade, Beckham,
Beckham.
What about
Grohl, Guetta,
David Blaine?
Oh.
David Blaine.
Right.
And by the
Larry
way,
David.
and that no.
Yeah, that's why.
And by the way, I would not have accepted Dave's. These are all Davids, right?
Straight up David.
Yes,
Okay.
people who go by David. Damn it, Maury, are you ready?
Yeah.
Maury, name 5 sports with ball in the name.
Baseball. I was going to say Ballminton, but that's, nope.
Loser.
Ballminton.
Can you please explain how to play Ballminton?
Yeah. What are the rules to Ballminton, More?
Ballminton. You just have to get it over the net, yo.
Get what over the net?
The ball.
Okay, so you got what? You got baseball and Ballminton.
But there's volleyball.
Would have accepted basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, football. Would have accepted foosball, pickleball. I would have accepted, Maury. All games with a ball in the name. Ballminton. Damn it, Maury. Name 5 cuts of steak.
Oh, like well done, over easy. Cuts of steak.
Okay, first of all, who is ordering a steak over easy?
Can I just tell you? That sounds gross. Right? An over easy steak.
Nobody is ordering a steak over easy.
Never.
Are you talking like thin, medium, hard?
Okay, would have accepted strip, ribeye, porterhouse, filet, T-bone, all cuts
I thought
of steak.
those were just like names to sell them.
Okay. Damn it, Maury.
Yes.
Name 5 things that are white on the inside.
Oh, Oreo cookies. Apple-ish. White on the inside. Me! No.
Okay.
You're white on the outside.
No, yeah, you are far. I don't know if you've ever seen inside somebody more. You are far from white on the inside. Nobody is white on the inside.
And if you are, go see a doctor.
Right? That's like vampire territory right there. Maury would have accepted apple, banana, potato, coconut. We would have accepted onion.
Oh, or bread.
Sure, yeah, like a baguette. I would have accepted a baguette as being white on the inside. Absolutely. Okay, we will end with this one. Damn it, Maury.
Yeah.
Please name any 5 double-digit numbers in French.
10, Quatrice?
Loser.
Quatrice!
Please explain which number in English is Quatrice.
Isn't it 30?
Quatrice!
I dated a girl named Quatrice.
Yes, Shem did. Shem. I dated a girl named Quatrice.
You broke his heart, Quatrice.
Maury, so after Dees, what comes next?
Dees, Neuf, Dees.
No. Okay, go again. Swiss.
Try again. Okay, starting at number 1, start counting.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Tweez. Yeah, what's after Tweez? Tweez. Yeah. What's after Tweez? Dees, Tweez, Swiss. Tweez.
Niece, Tweez.
Okay, Dees, Tweez, Swiss, niece.
Queez.
Queez.
Why don't I just say I don't know?
Yeah. The game would have ended long ago.
Dees, niece, queef.
That is how you play 5 and 7.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
This is Roz Mocha. Shem is here as well. David Maury is here as well. Deepa is here as well.
Hello.
Everybody's here, huh?
Yeah, man.
Everybody.
I like that. Hey, Johnny Depp joined TikTok.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
For what?
Verified already.
Well, I mean, there's a very good reason for it, which I'll get to in a second. I guess he joined like a day and a half ago, and he's already got 2.8 million followers.
Wow.
But you have to imagine that this has something to do with the reason Johnny Depp joined TikTok. Because if you've seen the videos of Johnny Depp post-trial, like instead of his security team having to get fans away from him, like his security team is pulling him away from fans, right? Like he walks out of a place and he's like high-fiving and everything else. Like he's really going through this thing. And so you get the sense that Johnny Depp is really loving now sort of being out in public and going to the places where he's loved. When the verdict came down, he was in a pub in London.
Yeah.
And there's footage of him as the verdict was coming down, leaving the pub, and everybody's like high-fiving Johnny. So if you're wondering why Johnny Depp joined TikTok, he hasn't put anything up yet, and he isn't following anybody.
So he's not doing like a viral dance? Or
No, not at all. But the reason Johnny Depp joined TikTok is because on TikTok, hashtag Justice for Johnny Depp has 20.2 billion views.
Billion with a B.
Hashtag Johnny Depp has 33.5 billion views.
Wow.
On TikTok.
Wow.
So if you're Johnny Depp, why wouldn't you go to the place where people love you? Also, Amber Heard has 4.3 billion hashtag Amber Turd.
Back to Mocha's point, is everybody on TikTok is doing the Jack Sparrow run, so maybe he joined so that he could do that as well.
Oh, maybe.
I can't see Johnny Depp doing any type of viral.
Yeah, I don't think he's
jumping on a trend.
If he's going to do any, he's got to do the Jack Sparrow run.
Yeah, I think that he's just gone through it and, sign up. Get somebody in your organization to show you how to search a hashtag. And if you're having a bad day, like, why wouldn't you just go on TikTok and, open a bottle of wine and just sit on the couch and go through the billions of TikToks of people who love you?
And every now and then,
why
post
wouldn't you do
right?
that?
There's
But why
also
wouldn't you
there's
do
also
that?
there's also the Johnny Depp filter where you can put his face on yours. So maybe he wants to do that.
That's a thing. You can do that now on
Of course
TikTok?
you can. Yeah, where
really?
you can Johnny Depp
But why would
yourself.
he want to do that to himself when he is that already?
To see if it matches. If
Yeah.
it's accurate.
See, Deepa and I understand.
Yeah, I guess. If there was a Damn It Maury filter, would you use it, Maury?
1,000%. I'm using it now.
You would, huh? That's super weird.
What would your filter be?
No, it would be
Just like his regular face.
with a giant nose. Yeah.
You know,
You
man.
pointed that at yourself.
He said it.
Yeah.
I know. Just cell
You said
phone.
it, bro.
I
None of
know.
us did.
Yeah.
You have
yeah.
it, own it.
Yeah, but 2.8 million followers Johnny Depp has already. And hashtag Johnny Depp, 33.5 billion. So if you're wondering why. Oh, by the way, his bio line, it just simply reads Johnny Depp, occasional thespian.
Oh, wow.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is,
got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Ashley, it's Roz and Mocha. Hello. Welcome to Fix My Life. What's going on with you?
hi there. I'm just wanting to know, should I date the guy at work or not?
Oh, God, Ashley. So you wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. I've been at my job now for less than a year, and these two guys at work are interested in me. However, they're friends with each other. Not only that, one is like 8 years older than me with 2 kids half my age. The other is 3 years younger than me, but had a relationship with another coworker I work with directly. The older one and I have started seeing each other as a result, but I can't imagine it going long term since he sees his kids when his ex works, which obviously takes priority. So, yeah, do I pursue this guy or his friend or just get 5 cats with the way my love life is going? You make it sound like these are your only 2 options in life.
Yeah, because I work like continental shifts, so I basically have no social life at this point.
What does that mean? What is continental shift? That shift
So
work?
basically, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Actually, just like based on what you wrote to us, you're just setting yourself up for self-destruction.
It sounds like it, right?
I think you need to stay away from both of them.
Yeah.
You sort of sound like you've put yourself in a position where you maybe feel like listen, women have needs. I get that. And I think that you're like, okay, these are my only 2 options. I have to make one of them work. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't think you have to make one of them work. It's like you're asking us, which one to choose. And it's a rough choice. And I would advise just off the top, knowing what, don't mess around with somebody who's got kids because he's probably looking for something a little different than you are, unless he's just looking to mess around. Are both of these guys interested in having like a long-term girlfriend?
That's what I don't really know myself, to be quite honest.
You haven't had those conversations with them. So are you seeing the older guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. How often?
It's been about a month or so, maybe.
And what happens when you see each other?
We just kind of hang out.
And do?
Just hang out.
Okay. But do you get to the business or no? It hasn't got there yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you listen. I think that's all this is. And I think that he may think that this is all that is as well.
Yeah.
Or is he like starting to sort of question you about things where you're getting the sense that he would like you to be more in his life?
We have talked about that actually just yesterday.
And?
Yeah, it sounds kind of like a little bit more like leaning towards that way.
So
It is,
hold
huh?
on a second. So Ashley, have you caught feelings or do you get the sense that he's caught feelings?
I think he caught feelings first because he asked me out first.
Oh, okay.
And so do you have feelings or no?
I'm starting to.
You are.
Oh.
Okay.
So
So you
then-
like this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's wrong with that?
Because like
You don't want to be.
friend
You don't
at
want.
work too, right?
Yeah, but who cares about the friend? They'll work that out. This whole thing with code and everything else, it's so stupid. I mean, my brother and I have had the same girlfriend, I think 3 times. I grew up in a small town. Not at the same time.
Okay. And just to be clear, Catherine wasn't one of them.
Catherine was not one of them. Okay. Catherine was not. No, Catherine was not one of them. But we grew up in a small town, and that's just the way it was. You had to be cool with that. There was no sort of bro code because your girlfriend in grade 9 was going to be your best friend's girlfriend in grade 11, and that was just the way it was. You played in a very small pool of people, and the same thing with you. When you work this crazy life, you have no way of meeting somebody, and you're like, okay, well, I guess it's work dudes. You're playing in a very small pool of people, and it's up to those guys to work it out. That's not your problem.
One quick question for you. Is there a chance that any of this could be detrimental to what you do for a living, your current work environment?
It's kind of like an excuse to find something different if it doesn't work out. You know what I mean?
Wait a second. So are you self-sabotaging by messing around with dudes at work?
Hey, don't make it sound like that.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
That's valid.
You want you want this to blow up in your face?
No.
Yeah, you do. It sounds like it.
No.
But what did you just say about your job?
Yeah.
You literally just said 30 seconds ago. Like it's no big deal if it screws with your job.
The job's not that great, okay?
That's fine, but you don't have to then leave. If you don't have the guts to leave a job that's not that great, don't try and work yourself into a position of where they fire you.
No.
Or you make your life hell if they don't fire you.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay, so point is, you like the guy with the kids?
Yeah.
Okay, he likes you?
Yeah.
All right, you want a relationship with him?
Maybe.
Okay. You like the younger guy at all?
Not anymore.
Do you want to mess around? But do you want to mess around with the younger guy at all?
Curious.
Okay, that's a problem.
God.
Okay.
Ashley!
Then do it.
I
Then
know.
do it. Then do it.
Do
then
all
do
of
it.
it.
Then do all of it. Okay.
Yeah, mess with both
my
guys.
advice. That's
screw
my
yourself
advice.
out of a job.
Yeah, that's my advice. I don't think you're. I don't think you're. I think that honestly, you want us to say, set it all on fire. Okay. I'm getting that sense from you.
Yeah.
So Ashley, my advice is try and do it all in the same day as well.
Oh my God.
Right? That's my advice.
How old are you, Ashley?
I'm 28.
Okay. So Ashley, you know what to do. Just be careful and don't worry about what people think of you, and don't worry that this is all gonna between two dudes and everything else. That's their problem to figure out and their own things that they have to get over. Just don't put yourself in a position where you're gonna get hurt with the guy with two kids. Don't put him in a position of where his two kids are gonna get hurt.
Oh God.
You know, take things seriously and understand feelings and communicate with each other, because the guy with two kids is obviously looking for something different than the younger guy is. And I think that you at least have to respect the sort of place that he is in his world. You don't have to be a stepmom right away, but you got to understand that his priority is to just not mess with those kids.
Right.
Good luck with the job hunt, too.
Oh my God. Stop.
Yeah. She's going to dump the old guy now. You watch.
I know.
Yeah.
Damn, girl. All right. Go do you.
Thanks, Ashley. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Thanks. You guys too.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
I still got to get used to the fact that Disney drops new episodes of all their shows on Wednesdays instead of Fridays.
Right.
So we got new Obi-Wan today. Also, debuted today on Disney Plus. I see episode 1 of Ms. Marvel is there.
They only drop one?
Uh-huh.
Nah, come on now.
49 minutes.
I don't
is where it
accept
clocks in.
accept one. I think on premiere date it's got to be at least 2.
Because they've done that for previous series, right? Previous
Yeah.
shows. And I think because the hype around Ms. Marvel has been so much the past little while, it should have been 2. I
agree.
think, right?
Yeah.
So Aman Vellani, who plays Ms. Marvel, was talking to Fallon about how she found out about Ms. Marvel and
right.
And it was something, the casting call was actually sent to her by her aunt, but not through text, not through email.
I got a WhatsApp. My aunt forwarded me a WhatsApp of the casting call. Super sketchy. I don't know what casting calls look like, but I'm like obsessed with Marvel, obsessed with Miss Marvel, read all the comics in high school, dressed up as her on Halloween.
That kind of could easily be fake.
Totally.
Yeah. But it wasn't.
No, I sent in a very academic resume and the only headshot I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I sent in my self-tape at like 3 a.m., wasn't going to do it. And then the next day I get a call. They're like, do you have a lawyer? We want to fly you to LA. And I was like, I have a math test, but can we we'll figure this out, okay?
Do you have a lawyer, right? Wow,
yeah.
that's official. Yeah,
they do all this stuff before you even get the part.
Did you know that you had a chance at getting the part? Can you feel it when you're auditioning, or you're like, no, this is...
I mean, now that I have it, I can say yeah.
I know.
But when you look at the casting call that she said that she got from her aunt through WhatsApp, it really does look fake. Like
Really?
it doesn't. Yeah, look at this. Because they had a shot on Fallon of the actual casting call, right? And that's what the graphic looks like. It looks like it was done on Microsoft Word, and it just says casting search for Ms. Marvel.
Not even a logo.
No logo. It says Marvel
No,
Studios,
yeah.
Disney Plus, Pakistani female, 15 to 20 years old, born and raised in New Jersey, right? And the other role that they were looking for is Pakistani male, 17 to 25 years old, can have American or Pakistani accent.
Wow.
And then it just has to submit, send your stuff to this particular email. But that does look completely
that looks
fake.
like human trafficking to me.
Especially,
you know what I mean?
Especially now when we're so used to, especially on our phones.
You need to show up with with some backup,
right?
To that.
Especially,
I would never let my kid go to that. I would never. If my kid handed that to me, I'd be like, That is
Completely
sketch.
fake. Because we're so used now to getting all the
And,
scam
where
phone
would the
calls
ant get
and
it?
emails. Exactly. Where would the ant get it, right? Like yesterday, for example, or last night, I was fast asleep and I get this message from a number I've never seen in my entire life.
Okay.
It says, hey, I have sent your payment. Sorry for the wait.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I didn't reply to that.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I tell you? I came so close to getting scammed sometime last month. Maybe
Was
a
it
couple
the
of weeks
TD Bank
ago.
one?
So I have said for a long time that I never fall for these scams, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just so obvious.
Oh.
And I had said that if these people really want to level up, right? These scammers, if they really want to like make a dent and make some money, big money fast.
Yo, man, don't be giving out ideas.
There's one thing and one thing only that they need to do. Hire women to make the phone calls.
Why?
Because it's always dudes. And I've never once had a woman call me to try and scam me on one of these things until 3 weeks ago.
What was the scam?
It was a credit card thing where they called and it was this really accurate sounding like TD Visa voice thing. Like it was the same voice, everything. And
Really?
it was a recorded message.
Yeah.
Saying that, and my credit card gets scammed all the time just from like what I used to travel so much and
Sure.
everything else. And it was a super, super accurate like recording where you had a menu to do this, press 1, to do this, press 2. And normally when you press 2 and it's a scam, you get like connected to a guy in a room that sounds like he's in like an emergency room in a hospital. Like it's
Sure.
so loud and there's chaos all around him and everything else. And I'm like, immediately I know that this is a scam.
Because it's a guy in a
it's
room with other guys in that room.
Thank you. Or we're all trying to scam.
Yeah.
But I got put through and it was a woman that answered. And the room was quiet. And she just started talking to me about these 2 charges on my credit card. And I was like, yeah, no, absolutely. And she says to me, she goes, okay, so just so I can confirm, your card number starts with 4520. And I go, yeah. And then I start to read out the rest of my card, and I stop.
No.
I stop, right? I
Yeah.
stop. I did like 2 or 3 numbers, and I stop. And she goes, okay. She's like, and can I just, she's like, can I confirm your name? And I go, why do you need to confirm my name? And she goes, well, just because we have to do a security check. And I go, yeah, but your machine called me. It should already be on your screen who you're talking to. And she's like, yeah, but I have to confirm your name. And I'm like, why don't you say what my name is and I will tell you yes or no?
Yeah, turn the tables on you, girl.
Yeah. I go, let me confirm my name. And she's like, that's not how it works. Right? And I go, well, I don't think that this is how this works. And then click.
You got.
Right? But it was a woman. It was
Yeah.
a woman. And
you
I
almost
was
gave up all the info.
I was so comfortable talking to this woman on the phone that I was like, this is why I have always said that if these duct cleaning guys and if these Canada Post scams and if these credit card scams, if they want to make a dent, they want to level up, you got to hire women. Because literally the first woman that called me, I almost fell for it. And it was only because of her procedure and how she asked things. I wanted to call her back and be like, listen, if you want this to work, don't ask for the number first. Right? Ask for something else first.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
How are you, man?
Good.
Good.
Oh, God. So tired. I shouldn't be. Every time I go to bed early.
What's early for you, though?
Like 9:45.
Oh, wow. That is early.
Yeah, thank you.
Because typically,
And
you're
then I
like
got in.
10,
And then I got
30,
in.
11.
Catherine gave me just like oh God, it was such a. I can't even go to bed without it being stressful.
Why?
Well,
Did you guys fight?
No, we didn't fight. So the night before, right? Because we were off yesterday, which meant that I didn't have to wake up at 3:50 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. And so it was 9 o'clock on Sunday night, and we had Monday off, right? So it's 9 o'clock on Sunday night. Catherine's on the couch. She's like, "Why don't we go watch television in the bed?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't wanna." And she's like, well, why not? And I'm like, well, because I have tomorrow off. I kind of want to stay up late, like a little bit, like just like
wanna
see
party.
see how long I can go. Like,
Sure.
I don't want to like cash out at 9 on a day when I don't have to wake up in the morning. I would just like to enjoy this, even though I'm tired. I want to enjoy this.
Yeah, that's
right?
like me, man.
Yeah, I just want to enjoy. I'm not going to be long, but I just want to watch something dumb and maybe stay up like 5 minutes longer than I normally would on a work night.
But chances are you're going to fall asleep on the couch anyway.
So she's like, fine. Okay. She didn't say it like that. She gave me a kiss and a hug, and that was it. But in my head, she was like, blah. She was lovely about the whole thing. Okay. But anyway, so she goes to bed, right? And then I make a chicken sandwich, and I sit on the couch.
She's at 9 o'clock, huh?
It was later than that. It was, by this time, when I made the chicken sandwich, it was like 9:45, 10 o'clock, right? So I make a chicken sandwich, everything else. And I'm loving life, right? And I'm looking at the clock, and I'm like, okay, by the time we get to like 11:15, whatever, I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be up any longer than that anyway. So I get to 11:15, I go to bed. And then so last night we're sitting on the couch, and I knew we had to do the show this morning, and I'm starting to get a little tired. And Rox is still sitting on the couch, and it's Rox's bedtime. It's like 9:15 or whatever it is. And I look at Catherine, I go, okay, I'm going to go to bed. You want to go watch a show in bed? And she's like, oh, now you want. And I'm just like, because I got to get up, or this should be like a good thing. So it was stressful. It was stressful. And then I went to bed, and then I was like wide awake, and then she's watching a show, and then I fell asleep, and I just felt like I fell asleep in a stressful state last night, right?
You seem still stressed now.
I know, and I
You're
shouldn't.
still very agitated.
And don't get me wrong, I shouldn't, because like Catherine was like rubbing my back and like making sure I fell asleep. Like it was really lovely. Like she's really great with stuff like that. But I just had like this, when I get a moment of stress, it's like, you know, when somebody scares you, right? And then it
And
sort
then
of
you're on edge
and it
the whole
stays
time.
with you for like, a couple hours. Like that's what
Yeah.
it was. It was just like one little moment of stress where I thought I let her down, and then I thought I was being a terrible partner because I said no to her the night before, and then I made it all about me on the second night. And I'm surprise, surprise. If you're not used to this by now, I don't know what I can do for you.
Also, nothing's ever going to change.
And then I had to get up and go pee, because I always have to get up and go pee in the night. And then the cat started yelling at me, and it was just like, it was a whole thing.
Jeez.
It was a whole thing. Yeah, cat sits on the night table and just stares at me until I open my eyes. Right. But I can hear him breathing because he gets like super close to my face. And then as soon as he wakes me up, I got to go pee. And then when I come back and go pee, then I got to like pay attention to the cat. Right. And then when I'm paying attention to one cat, the other cat gets jealous. And then that cat comes up. And then all of a sudden I'm rubbing too. I can't fall asleep again. Right. At all.
I feel stressed out for you right now.
I know.
Just hearing about it.
I know. But
gives me anxiety.
realistically, like if I said this if I said this entire story again, but only I said it in like a happy tone, you would think that I had the best night. Went to bed at 9. The cat came. I'm rubbing the cat.
Oh,
like,
so nice.
Right, so nice.
Tone is everything.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
Update.
Erica, hello. It's Roz and Mocha.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Doing good. Welcome back to Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life. We talked to you back in May of 2021, to be exact.
First of all, how are you, Erica? You good?
I'm great.
Okay, so let me just remind everybody why we talked to you for Fix My Life back then. You said that you had been with your boyfriend for 2 years and that you were living together for a year, and you honestly have what you described as the perfect relationship. You go on to say, however, there is one thing that plagues me. I want to get married, and I'm not 100% sure he does. We used to discuss rings and guests in the beginning of our relationship, but he requested we stop talking about marriage until our cohabitation agreement was finalized. His parents are currently going through a divorce, and I'm worried that this has pushed him in the opposite direction. Please help and give me some advice. So if I remember, it was about the house that he owned, right? Like they wanted some sort of agreement between you and him kind of thing. Can you remind us what that was?
Yeah, so it was basically he owns his own home. I moved into his house. I had other assets that were mine. He just basically wanted to he worked really hard for what he has, and he wanted to make sure that no matter what happened, he wasn't messed up on that.
And so what was our advice to you?
Discussion. So I took it and put my own spin on it. I write letters when I have trouble putting words in my mouth, and I just wrote this big letter. I edited it. I said, take your time, read it, take it all in, and just basically expressed what I expressed to you guys, all of my concerns about everything and the divorce and the cohabitation. And
Because if I remember correctly, we had talked a lot about how the fact that his parents going through a divorce could be harder on him than maybe he's even letting on, right?
Right. And I think
Yeah.
it was.
Did he say that to you?
Yeah, he expressed that after reading the letter. Yeah, so then we kind of just put the whole, I didn't want to pressure him. I knew he was going through a lot more stress than I realized with that.
So did you
we
find
just-
after you wrote your letter and expressed your feelings to him that he then kind of opened up a little bit more to you about what was on his mind and what he was going through at the time?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. And then what happened after that conversation?
I don't know. We just kind of lived life normally, happy couple. And then in April of this year on my birthday, he proposed.
No, really? There you go.
That's amazing.
Congratulations.
And now, were you expecting it?
No.
Oh, okay. So you kept it a secret.
How did he do it?
So he actually wrote it in my birthday card. I got home from work. He made me open presents, and I went for the card first. He said, no, leave that till last. Okay. And I opened it, and it was a really sappy card, which I'm not used to. I'm used to, I don't know, something with a cat on it or something.
Yeah.
Like a joke
and I
card.
read it.
It's so funny.
Yeah, right. And then I opened it. He said, read this side first. So I read that side, and I read the other side, and the other side was a poem that he'd written.
Aw.
And the last line was, will you marry me? And I looked up, and he was on one knee. And
Come on now. I'm trying to figure. I was watching a video, some proposal. There was on Instagram yesterday where there was like a guy, I guess, and he had set up like an entire rooftop, and it was like so elaborate with like a giant, like 10-foot sign that read "Marry Me" and a red carpet and flowers. And then everybody was like, the comment was, every woman is sending this to her boyfriend right now. So what's better? Like, what would you have preferred? The sort of proposal where you had no idea, or like the big, giant, sort of elaborate one?
what I got.
What you got?
That's
it was
real
very
nice.
us. We're
Yeah.
a laid back couple. You know, we fish and we go for hikes and stuff like that. And
He
just,
should have put the ring in a fish.
What? Make her catch a fish?
And then gut it.
Oh no!
And then as you're gutting it, boom, ring pops out.
Oh no!
Right? You wipe it off.
Unfortunately, we toss back, so that would have been a bad idea.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, do you feel, Erica, though, that after having your concerns expressed to him, and then him opening up to you, it kind of let the situation breathe a little bit, or let your relationship breathe a little bit, so you could move forward?
Well, I think it cleared the air for sure, and then there wasn't so much tension of me. I wasn't hiding anything necessarily, but I was keeping some concerns to myself, which we're so open and we talk about everything all the time that that was really bugging me. And I think that after we discussed that, like, we just went right back to being completely normal and just happy and just living life.
And then how was everything after his parents' divorce? Like all the feelings that he was expressing to you at the time that he was going through, how did he manage, or how did you two manage throughout the duration of time that the divorce was happening?
So it's still happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little hard. Like, we're planning, we have a date, stuff like that. So it's a little hard with guest lists and who to invite and who not to invite. And
Gotcha.
stuff as far as that goes, because they are seeing other people at this point. Their divorce is not finalized. So
But this is one of those things where the two of you as a couple are tackling this together, as opposed to him trying to figure it out on his own and keeping his feelings from you, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. I love these updates, Erica. Thank you so much, and congratulations on the engagement.
Thank
you sound like you did the right thing, and that communication is back open in the relationship, and you guys are on the same side of everything, huh?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we're doing great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Sending
That's
you guys
amazing.
a ton of love. Thank you, Erica.
Thanks, guys.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Beaver canceled those 2 Toronto shows, and people are busted up.
Is it too late now to say sorry?
So he was in.
Hold on, I got 2 more.
Okay. Oh, do you?
Yeah. Say the headline again.
So Bieber canceled his 2 Toronto shows, and people are busted up.
Where are you now that I need you?
Okay, and one more, please.
Justin Bieber canceled both of his Toronto shows, and people are busted up.
What do you mean?
I just want to let you guys know I came prepared.
Okay. And I think that this was like, because he had this is the third time, right, that he's postponed, because this is going back all the way to his jazz album, wasn't it, or his R&B album?
Yeah, jazz album.
I don't know what the hell that thing was, man. What was that? The R&B album? Sorry. And so this is now the third time, and I was watching this clip from Blog TO interviewed this poor woman on the street who's traveled now so many times to see Bieber.
I'm Namira.
Namira, okay.
Yeah.
So why is everyone asking me to talk to you
Because
right now?
this is the third time I flew somewhere for him, and this is the third time it got postponed. I flew all the way from Vancouver this time. She's a real I'm the worst day of my life right now. I'm so upset.
Were there tears? Was there silence?
Severe mental breakdown, I'll tell you that. I called all my family. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Sent him a hate text too. I was like, I love you, but not right now.
No. I was reading a story. A woman and her friend traveled from Germany because they wanted to see Justin Bieber at his
Toronto,
hometown, kind of welcome back to the city. And they had a week-long thing planned to visit various parts of the city. And the highlight for them was going to be seeing Justin Bieber.
So he wrote, can't believe I'm saying this. I've done everything to get better, but my sickness is getting worse. My heart breaks that I have to postpone these next few shows. Doctor's orders. He goes on to say to all the people, I love you so much. I'm going to get rest and get better. Think he has COVID? And he's just not saying it?
No, the promoter said no. It actually said not.
It wasn't COVID?
Actually,
I don't know. I think maybe he does.
No, but they wouldn't make a point of saying that if it wasn't.
Yeah, no, you're right. People, I guess, are super open about having COVID now. But he was in New York over the weekend, and this is when he and Haley got turned away from that restaurant. Did you see that story?
No.
So they went to the super fan. They showed up at this.
Hold on. Say it again. They did what? What happened to them?
Haley and Justin got turned away from a super hot restaurant in New York City.
What do you mean?
So they showed up. He did a show at Barclays Center, and then they showed up to Carbone without a reservation.
Is it too late now to say sorry?
And I guess they showed up, and they're like, hey, we're Justin and Haley. And they were like, sorry, bro, we're full.
And then they were like,
what do you mean?
And so they couldn't get into Carbone. They got fully
Tell me
denied.
that they don't have tables like always reserved for people that just show up that are celebrities?
You would think that they do, unless there was somebody bigger
like
inside.
the Ivy does. You could show up at the Ivy if you're Justin Bieber.
Yeah, but some places don't, man. Some places build their brand around the fact that you need that reservation, and even if you're Justin Bieber and show up, you're not getting.
This is why I had
a
a fake manager.
So then they went to Socialista instead and had dinner there. And then I guess on Sunday night he was in Detroit, Michigan. But yeah, that's right. What was your old fake manager's name, Maury?
Mark Bentley.
Right. Is he still on social media?
He is, but Mark Bentley forgot his password for his social media.
Oh, Maury used to have a fake. Maury had a fake. I can't remember Mark Bentley. I can't believe I forgot Mark Bentley. Maury used to have a fake manager named Mark Bentley, and he had a Twitter account and everything, and he would tweet about how he managed Maury. And if people you could check him out. I think how many followers did he have?
Like 400 followers.
400.
Oh, wow, so many.
But Maury would call people and write people as Mark Bentley on Maury's behalf.
My favorite Mark Bentley story is when DJ Climax, Mocha, and myself were going to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And Mocha and Climax were sitting in the way back of the airplane. Mark Bentley
not way
was
back, like in the middle.
Yeah, Mark Bentley was higher up, and they were bringing champagne, wine and champagne to Mark Bentley and singing "Happy Birthday."
4 seats up from us. I say way up.
Don't ruin my story.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
You weren't sitting first class, bro.
Yeah, were you in first class?
No, I was
well, then who tells an airplane story?
Champagne. Mark Bentley set up champagne.
Maury, who tells an airplane story about the privilege and the service not being in first class?
Yeah, you sit in 27C.
Ruin my Mark Bentley story.
So yeah, exactly. What, Mocha was in 28, you were in 23?
Yeah.
23C.
And then we get to the hotel.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Mocha.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
You know it.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Mariah Carey getting sued for $20 million.
For what?
So a guy named Vince Vance and the Valiants filed a civil lawsuit against Mariah Carey, her co-writer, and Sony Music for copyright infringement and unjust enrichment over All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Suing now after all this time?
After all this time. So Vince Vance and the Valiants released in 89 a song called All I Want for Christmas Is You. It was sort of like a country ballad. Here it goes.
Take back the tinsel, stockings and bows, 'cause all I want for Christmas is you. I don't need expensive things.
Okay.
They don't matter to me.
And do we need to play Mariah Carey's
Absolutely.
version? Okay,
Yeah.
so here we go.
But aren't there like a billion versions of All I Want for Christmas Is You? Like this one's just the most famous?
So Vince Vance and the Valiants claims that his version of All I Want for Christmas Is You, which features vocals from the woman who was singing was Lisa Lane, received extensive airplay on the radio during the 1993 Christmas season from 89 to 93 before Mariah Carey released her All I Want for Christmas Is You, which propelled his song to number 55 in the Billboard Hot Country Singles. Now, the two songs, they don't share any lyrics, but thematically they're the same, and they share the same title. Now, the filing claims that Mariah Carey and Sony never sought or obtained permission to use the song's title. Additionally, it states that Vince Vance and the Valiants never gave permission, consent, or licensing to use the title. The song received a bump also, because if you're like, oh man, I never heard of this song, the Vince Valiant, the Vince Vance and the Valiant version, it's weird. It's weird because Kelly Clarkson actually did a cover of that version.
Oh wow!
Not that long ago, in like last year, or 2020. Here's a little bit of Kelly Clarkson's version. Can you turn my computer up for a second?
Yeah.
I just found it. Kelly Clarkson's got a beautiful voice, but it's weird that Kelly Clarkson would cover this version.
If I wrote a letter to Santa Claus, I would ask for just one thing. I don't need sleigh rides in the snow.
It's actually pretty beautiful.
Like thematically, it's the same song, right?
Yeah.
But in doing research as a Mariah Carey fan, apparently in the U.S., especially where they're doing the lawsuit, there's no law that says you can't use somebody else's song title. Like there's no copyright law against titles.
Well, it all depends on what that... You still could be... Believe me, man, anybody can sue anything, Maury. Anybody can sue for anything in America. You just may not win.
Also, what took so long?
Well, that's the other thing, too, is that he says that he reached out to them in 2021 and didn't hear anything. But, you release a song in 1989. Mariah Carey released hers in 1994. You went 1994 to 2021?
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. But anyway, $20 million is what Vince Vance and the Valiants are looking for.
That.
No, they're not getting.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The Scripps National Spelling Bee went to a spell off at the end of it.
Oh,
yeah. And I didn't even know, so I guess they just take the two kids who hadn't got a word wrong and they just stand in there together and then they just rapid fire words at them one after another. And then you wait to the end to find out how many they got right. Like they don't tell you after every word whether you got it right or wrong. They just give them all all sorts of words. And then at the end of it, they're like, okay, well, you got X amount of words right. And then you got X amount of words
right.
right.
Are they facing each other or are they just facing the judges?
I didn't see
facing the judges. There was also controversy this year.
Which was what?
Because one of the kids was eliminated, but then I guess the kid's parents fought and said, well, hang on, you didn't really explain the word well enough, so they reinstated the kid.
Wow.
First time ever, yeah.
I could never be that parent, man. I'm so afraid of confrontation. I'm sorry, let's go home, Rocks. Okay.
But how
we'll get 'em next year, buddy.
confrontational would it get at a spelling bee?
Very.
You think?
That's like saying how confrontational would it get at ballet?
I guess.
Very confrontational.
Sure.
So here is a little bit of the spell off from the 2022 Spelling Bee.
Hontish.
Hottish.
Malbrook.
Malbrouck.
Ornithorhynchus.
Ornithorhynchus.
Yandabai.
Nandubay.
Moorhen.
Moorhen.
This is only some
During
of the words.
the spell off, you correctly spelled a total of 15 confirmed correct words. Harini, you correctly spelled a total of 21 confirmed correct. That means that Harini, you are the 2022 Scripps National Spelling Bee champion.
And because they were reading them so fast, they actually went back and checked, and Harini Logan actually spelled 22, not 21. Wow. So, yeah, crazy though, huh?
I don't even know those words.
I like it's so, but to do it so fast.
They say it quickly, and then the kids spell it quickly.
Hontish.
H-O-T-T-I-S-H.
Malbrook.
M-A-L-B-R-O-U-C-K.
Like, they didn't even say,
No.
can you use it in a sentence or
No,
like definition?
nothing. 'Cause
what's Malbrook?
Nothing. They just know these words, man. It's wild.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, did you see this picture of Adam Sandler, like with his face all busted up?
What happened?
So he's got like a black eye, kind of like on that bridge of the nose kind of thing. And then he has like a hole in his cheek, like a giant cut in his cheek, right?
It's like scarred over.
Yeah, like it looks like he got into a fight. But he tried to explain it away on the Tonight Show last night, exactly what happened. You tell me if you buy this story. It's a brilliant story.
Okay.
But you tell me if you buy this story from Adam Sandler.
An accident, everybody. Everything's all right. But, you know, when they make the bed and they tuck in the bottom part of the bed. So I'm in the bed, and I'm kind of like, it's 4 a.m. I forgot to untuck it. I'm going, why is it so uncomfortable here? I'm feeling squished in it. And I have my phone is here next to me in the bed. I always, before I go to sleep, check out my net worth on the phone.
As one does.
For real. I started getting panicky, and I kicked my legs. It's like, and boom, and the phone flies in the air and hits me in the face. That's so funny. Anyways, I was bleeding. So I didn't want to get up, you know, because I was tired, and I was like, we'll fix that later. So I slept. Then I think I took a pillow and put it on it to stop the bleeding. And then when I woke up, it was horrible. It was bleeding all over. It was gushing and still. And I said, I got to get this fixed. So I went to the Apple store.
So, I mean, it's a great bit, right? Like, it's a great
it's a funny
story,
story.
but do you think that that's what actually happened? You don't think so?
I think he fell.
No, there's too many details for it to be not true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've dropped the phone on my face like before.
Yeah.
Right? Just laying on my back and having the phone up and then it just slipping and hitting me in the face. But not, like, I think that it would have to hit you at a certain angle for it to cause that much damage.
Like, it's like, how high did that phone fly in the air that
Right?
it came down and a black eye and a cut cheek? What is it, Deepa? What's that?
He said, I don't understand what he was saying. The phone was, he had it in his hand.
No.
and
So
his
the
feet
phone
were
was
tucked in,
was on the bed, right?
Okay.
The phone was on the bed, and the bed sheets were tucked in. You know when you're at a hotel and the bed sheets are tucked in, and you get into the bed and you start kicking your legs?
Yes.
So he kicked his legs. The phone was on top of the blanket, and as he kicked his legs, the phone went flying into the air and came down and hit him in the face.
I believe it. Yeah.
Do you?
You do?
No,
Yeah.
I think I don't believe that story.
No.
It's an entertaining story.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it was just something silly. Like I think he tripped and fell.
I always assume it's a sex thing, but that's just me.
What?
I'm joking. Come on, like, jeez,
How?
man.
In what way?
I don't know. Things go flying in the air, too. I don't know.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Vanessa Hudgens at the MTV Movie and TV Awards, and people put together a compilation because Vanessa Hudgens, every time she said something, she did like a giggle afterwards, and people were kind of like hating on her, finding it annoying. I think it's completely endearing. Listen to this.
I'm always still watching. He said, yeah, real high. She loves it. Oh, yeah. Yeehaw. Happy Pride. A lot more cleavage. And fabulous.
What's that?
It's my kind of show.
Yes, sir.
Not really my style, but trust.
Indeed.
I'm going to come find you and give you a hug.
No.
Oh, snap.
Whatever. That's funny. Yo, was she high? Did she look high?
That's like Maury. That's like Maury wheezing after everything he says.
I watched this.
That's
There's
his thing.
probably more than what's in that montage. She
Yeah.
laughed like this every 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe
know.
she's nervous? I don't know.
I
No,
think
this is her
maybe-
laugh. Like it's people have known that this is her laugh.
No,
like,
no,
you can
but
see it on Instagram.
Yeah, no, but I just mean like laughing after everything. I think that it could have probably been a little bit of nerves and that kind of thing. It's a big job to do.
Did
that,
she smoke
right?
weed? I think that maybe she was high.
Oh, you think maybe
Snoop
she's
Dogg
high?
was the DJ 2 steps away from her.
Oh, so maybe quite plausible.
Second-hand high?
I think maybe she smokes a little something before getting on stage.
Allegedly.
Interesting. Well,
No, not alleged. I think that she
you
actually-
can smoke. You can.
I don't allegedly think. I think.
I just didn't want her to come after us.
Come after us for what?
For saying she's smoking weed?
What if she DMs you going, I do not?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Nev Campbell is exiting Scream 6 over a pay dispute with the studio. So I guess they're doing another movie. They're supposed to start shooting it in 2023. Nev says, sadly, I won't be making the next Scream film. As a woman, I've had to work extremely hard in my career to establish my value, especially when it comes to Scream. I felt the offer that was presented to me did not equate the value I've brought to the franchise. She goes on to say, it's been a very difficult decision to move on. To all my Scream fans, I love you. You've always been so incredibly supportive for me. I'm forever grateful to you and what this franchise has given me over the last 25 years. She is I don't know whether it's her representation or her agent or something like that, but Nev Campbell, maybe I shouldn't say this because she didn't say it. I'll say it anyway. Nev Campbell was telling me what happened at the end of House of Cards. And so she had a big sort of role in those first couple of seasons of House of Cards. And this was before the Kevin Spacey thing happened, before he got fired from the show. So they were going into that final season of House of Cards. And she had said that she went into negotiations with them because the last season of House of Cards, because right before that last season, her character was in a car accident. There was a briefcase and everything else, right? And they were building, the final season of House of Cards was supposed to be entirely centered around her character.
And still with Kevin Spacey? Or this?
Yeah, no, this is with Kevin. This is when still
Gotcha.
Kevin Spacey
Okay,
was
yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to be there. So the entire last season was supposed to be centered around her character. And they had said, your character is going to be the one at the end of all this who's holding all the cards. Like, your character is going to be the one that has all the power. And then she went to them and asked for more money. And they were like, yeah, no, we'll just write a whole new show.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
No
yeah,
way.
Yeah. So I don't know what she was asking for. And I'm not saying she's not worth it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that this is 2 now massive projects that she's walked away from. And power to her. Good for her.
But that's Scream.
Get your worth. But I don't know if it's bad advice that somebody's giving her or great advice that somebody's giving her or what she, has been paid in the past for this stuff. But this is now where she's walked away from 2 big franchises
But that's Scream
because
fan.
of
You
because
need
of money.
Nev Campbell.
You do. I agree with
for
you.
those movies. So did she there
And
kind
what
of
are the-
secretly secure the bag? Like
Yeah.
she knows that they need
Don't
her
know.
for the franchise, so they're just going to come back to her and be
And
like,
you play hardball, and you're like,
Yeah.
how can you? I've been doing this for 25 years,
she's
and I've
already
been
gone
in
public with it?
I've been in every single one of these movies.
so will
and
the
what do
company
you-
come back and say, you know what, Nev, what do
No.
you think is fair?
No, it's
Like
not.
who's gonna? That's it.
I mean,
You don't think that they're
this
gonna
also
buckle?
could be a tactic here, just going public with it.
Yeah.
Saying that I didn't get paid what I was worth, what I brought to the franchise, and then you get fans, outraged and everything else.
Totally.
Fans have power now. Fans really do. They make casting decisions based on what fans want now, and it's incredible. But this is now. I'm sad that she's not going to be in Scream 6. I'm sad that they're not paying her what she feels that she's worth. But this is now 2 big projects that Nev Campbell has walked away from because of money.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Former NHL star Ryan Whitney went viral yesterday. He was trying to get through Pearson Airport, and I don't know if you've seen any of the other videos people have posted about the airport.
Yo, it's a mess.
The customs lines and baggage, bags just there. People landing and having to stay on their plane for 2 and 3 hours before they can even get into a customs line that is also 2 or 3 hours. Once you're through the customs line, I've heard people having to wait an extra additional 90 minutes to 2 hours for their bags. Ryan Whitney said that, this is what he said. He goes, Pearson Airport is hell on earth, the worst of the worst. This is the customs line, and he just showed this video of just hundreds upon hundreds of people. And then he went back the next day and said, I live at Pearson International Airport now, the worst place on earth. I smell so bad. So this is a little bit of Ryan's video that he posted.
Customs was about 3 hours, got through, flight canceled from Toronto to Boston. At this point, now I go and I see there is a 400-person line with 2 Air Canada workers. There's a million canceled flights. So everyone's just panicking. So I waited in that line about 6 hours. Near the end of the line, by the way, you know how much my feet hurt? Near the end of the line, they closed it. They just said, oh, you have to go somewhere else. We had to re-enter Canada. We had to go through Canadian customs. So by the time I finally see someone from Air Canada, it's 1 a.m. I said, can I just get my bags? I had a ride to Buffalo all set up, and I had a JetBlue flight from Buffalo. I just need to get out of this country, out of this airport. This is the worst airport on earth. I'm telling you, there's no other airport like this. So they say, no, you can't have your bags. Your bags are already like in the middle of no man's land. You can't have your bags. So we have a 8:50 flight for you from Toronto to Boston for this morning. So I got here at 4:55. I wanted to be 5 minutes early. I get here, this woman says, oh, we booked you actually on a flight from here to Montreal and then Montreal to Boston, but that leaves in 50 minutes and you can't make it. They never sent me an email. I'm so in shock at this place. It is the biggest disgrace known to man.
Oh, man.
So, and everybody just starts pointing fingers, right?
Sure.
Because when you go through social, there's people who are like landing on Air Canada flights, landing on WestJet flights, landing on everything, and they'll tell you on the plane, hey, listen, we're going to be stuck here for a little while, and they're now saying like the flight attendants are now saying on the plane, this is not our fault, this is the fault of customs, or this is the fault of whatever, and everybody is just. I think the transportation minister, didn't he say that this was the result of out of practice travelers? Is that what he said? He blamed it on the he blamed it on the travelers being out of practice with the process and customs.
They say like it's because of short staff. Like there's all these.
You know and then I've heard that they're not short staffed. That it's a complete that it's a choice to staff this amount of people.
It's like the Spider-Man meme, the 3 memes.
Yes,
the 3 Spider-Man who are just like pointing at each other.
Yeah.
Right?
So a spokesperson for the Greater Toronto Airports Authority said that the entire industry is struggling to adapt as travelers flock back to air travel after 2 years of COVID. He said, we deeply regret the experience that Mr. Whitney and fellow travelers have endured. As the air travel industry recovers from COVID, we understand that the delays experienced by some travelers at Canada's airports can be incredibly frustrating. And then they go on to say that the ground delay program was just put in place, which added to the delays. And ground delays are often used to space out arriving planes to ensure that any airport has the capacity to handle the people inside. So that's why people are now having to. So people are on these flights for 3 hours waiting to go in, and that flight should be leaving again. And then that's why all these flights are getting canceled, because they can't let people off these planes to go in and do immigration, bro.
Hey, well, it's a good thing that Restoration Hardware just announced that they have a private jet you can book.
How much is that?
$100,000.
To go where?
Anywhere you want.
What did you say? That's a good thing for $100,000?
Hardwood interior, chandeliers.
Hardwood?
No, that's an accident waiting to happen.
First of all, I'm not getting on a plane with chandeliers. I'm tall enough. You think I want to try and walk to the bathroom during light turbulence with chandeliers?
No. That's crash.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Where are we here? There's something else I wanted to do. Oh, Baz Luhrmann, who did the new Elvis movie, has revealed finally why he didn't go with Harry Styles to play the role of Elvis. So Harry Styles has said that he went in and they workshopped it, and he had done quite a bit of work with Baz Luhrmann. So do you want to take a guess at this? Why did Harry Styles not get the role of Elvis? Mocha, I will start with you.
He wasn't tall enough.
Deepa.
Way too attractive.
Maury.
British accent.
Shem. Too talented.
Wow.
He said this. The reason Harry Styles didn't get Harry Styles is because Harry Styles is Harry Styles. He's already an icon.
Yes. Sure.
Oh.
So it would be too distracting.
You wouldn't be able to separate Harry Styles from the character of Elvis.
You feel that you would be, because he's already a singer and he's already this, that it would just be too much like you're watching Harry Styles.
I'm glad the guy that they went with looks so much like Elvis. It's great casting.
Yeah, and apparently
Who is that guy?
He's, I don't remember what he's from. He was from something else, but he went like full Heath Ledger. Like he started thinking he was Elvis and stuff. And,
really?
And Baz Luhrmann was saying that he had to go through like a deprogramming process after they shot the movie, because he was just like so into being Elvis that he was just like Elvis all the time.
It's Austin Butler.
That's the guy. He really looks like him though.
Yeah.
You know him from the Carrie Diaries?
Nope.
Zoe 101?
Nope.
Did you just say you know him from and say Zoe 101?
I know him from Zoe 101.
Deepa would
I
know
was
him
talking
from
to
Zoe
Deepa.
101.
Yeah.
Who was he in Zoe 101, Deepa?
I don't know.
Oh.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So it's looking like Julia Garner from Inventing Anna and Ozark
Ruth Langmore
has been offered the role of Madonna in the upcoming Madonna biopic.
Finally, the Langmores coming up in the world.
Good casting.
Yeah, I think she's fine. I just don't know about this movie, man.
I thought Florence Pugh was going to be a better choice.
She was in the mix. If you remember, the story was that they ran these actors through like the ringer where to even audition for it. Like it wasn't just a screen test. Like they had to do like dancing and performing and like boot camp and all this stuff with them, right? How you feeling about that, Maura?
It's interesting. I want the movie, but yesterday Madonna didn't say anything about this casting on her Insta story, and she posts tons on there. All she posted yesterday was a poll saying movie about my life or a world tour. And the results are 58% of people want a world tour and only 42% of people want the movie.
That's pretty close, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty. That's like.
Yeah, I guess that's close.
Yeah, it's very
I
close.
guess.
I don't know. I don't know about this movie. I don't get me wrong. I'm interested in an early days of Madonna biopic, but Madonna directing it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But who
about
better
that.
to tell your own story than you? You wrote your own book.
Somebody who's a great director.
Ouch.
Somebody's a great director. Madonna's not a great director. There's plenty of great directors out there.
What? Okay, let's just leave this, watch it, and then discuss.
No, because I'm fine. I just said I'm nervous about it. I'm not saying I don't want it to happen. I would really quite enjoy a Madonna biopic from the early days of Madonna. I'm super into that.
Well, she's getting advice from Diablo Cody.
No, she's not. Not at this point. I think they worked on the script together and stuff
But
like
I'm
that.
sure Diablo said, here's my thoughts
Here's
on
how to direct
this.
No, Jesus. No, that's the only thing I'm worried about is that she wanted
It'll be
to direct
unfortunate
this herself.
if the story, if once it comes out, right?
Yeah.
If it is a disaster.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying it's going to be a disaster, but you just want to you hire the best person to direct your movie. That's what I mean.
Did she direct Truth or Dare?
Well, that was a documentary.
No, but I'm just wondering because that was like
No, she didn't direct Truth or Dare.
Oh.
No.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Explain this to me, Maury. Explain the man inundated with marriage proposals because of his Hinge profile. What happened on this?
Like literally all he did was post a super short voice note on his Hinge profile doing a Kermit the Frog impression, and every woman loved this thing.
But why do you post voice notes on your Hinge profile?
You can do that, sort of like, hey, what's going on? It's Roz. I'm single, looking for love.
Right.
You know, that kind of thing, just so people can hear your voice, but he had fun with it.
So he was, I guess, like somebody, like there was like a thing, because I guess like there's trendy things on Hinge like there are on TikTok, like challenges and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
And that somebody, I guess there was like do a celebrity, a famous voice impression. And so what he chose to do, if I'm understanding this, is he chose to do Kermit the Frog as Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Academy Awards.
What?
Okay, here's what it would sound like if Kermit the Frog had slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars instead of Will Smith. Keep Miss Piggy's name out of your mouth.
And women went crazy.
Women went crazy for this.
For that?
It doesn't even sound like a good impression of Kermit.
Keep Miss Piggy's name out of your mouth. Keep Miss Piggy's name out of your mouth.
Keep Miss Piggy's name out of your mouth.
No, he really gets mouth right, though. Like, he really sounds like Kermit when he hits the mouth.
I thought he got keep right.
No.
Keep Miss Piggy's name out of your mouth.
Oh, yeah. Mouth.
Right?
Yeah.
He nailed mouth.
Keep Miss Piggy's name out of your mouth.
So anyway, this
Mouth.
guy's a star now.
Wow.
Like an absolute like viral star. And his Hinge profile is like going absolutely bananas. He has women from all over the world who want to fly to London to meet him.
What?
Yes.
All because of this?
Keep
Yes.
Miss Piggy's name out of your mouth.
Because of this.
Wow.
Yep. I know. Shit.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Matthew McConaughey made a special appearance behind the podium at the White House briefing room yesterday, where he issued a plea on smart gun legislation, and he sort of went off the top talking about how he was a gun owner and he grew up in Uvalde where the school shooting happened, but enough is enough. And what he also did was he and his wife drove to Uvalde and they met with a lot of the families of the parents of the kids who were killed, and then he gathered all this information, just little tidbits about them and what their dreams were and everything else, and used a big part of his speech at the podium yesterday to sort of go through and talk about these kids. And this was one of the ones where he started to choke up and then sort of gets impassioned at the end of it. Listen to this.
This should not be a partisan issue. There is not a Democrat.
No.
Maite wore green high-top Converse with a heart she had hand-drawn on the right toe because they represented her love of nature. Camilla's got these shoes. Can you show these shoes, please? Wore these every day. Green Converse with a heart on the right toe. These are the same green Converse on her feet that turned out to be the only clear evidence that could identify her after the shooting. How about that shit?
And he goes on to sort of lay out his problem with politics and trying to hammer home the fact that this shouldn't be a partisan issue, but everybody should be behind it. But he lays out the problems why people are not behind it.
This should not be a partisan issue. There is not a Democratic or Republican value in one single act of these shooters. It's not. But people in power have failed to act. So we're asking you. And I'm asking you, will you please ask yourselves, can both sides rise above? Can both sides see beyond the political problem at hand and admit that we have a life preservation problem on our hands? Because we got a chance right now to reach for and to grasp a higher ground above our political affiliations. A chance to make a choice that does more than protect your party. A chance to make a choice that protects our country now and for the next generation. We got to take a sober, humble, and honest look in the mirror and rebrand ourselves based on what we truly value. What we truly value. We got to get some real courage and honor our immortal obligations instead of our party affiliations.
It's a good speech. Yeah. He did a really good job. Really good job yesterday. That room was shook when he left, and he didn't take any questions.
Yeah.
He sort of said his piece and then walked off. But really good speech.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The PGA has a huge problem on their hands, and that is pro golfers defecting for the new league run by Saudi Arabia. What? Because Saudi Arabia is throwing up a ton of money. So this is part of like Saudi Arabia's attempt to sort of reshape their image, and they're using sport and golf as a way to sort of hide their human rights abuses. And Phil Mickelson was reportedly paid $200 million. Dustin Johnson was reportedly paid $125 million. Other majors champs, Charles Schwartzel, Sergio Garcia, and Kevin Na and Graham McDowell have all defected for the new league, I guess. And when McDowell was asked how this league is helping women who are oppressed in Saudi Arabia, the LGBTQ plus individuals whose rights to live freely are criminalized, the migrant workers whose rights are violated, and the victims of the Saudi-led bombing of Yemen, and the 81 men who were executed by Saudi Arabia in March alone, he said, quote, "I wish I had the ability to have that conversation with you. As golfers, if we tried to cure the geopolitical situations in every country in the world that we play golf in, we'd just never play golf." It's a really hard question to answer.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they're not allowed to play for any other league once they sign?
They dipped it from the PGA. And they all went over and signed these big, massive. Tiger Woods turned down $1 billion.
Did he really?
Yeah,
they to play for
Saudi Arabia.
That Saudi league.
They offered Tiger Woods $1 billion, and he turned it down. That's how much money they got going on. Wow, $1 billion.
And they have all these other pro golfers.
But a lot of people are going. It's a problem. It's going to be a problem for the PGA.
Wow. And this is again where?
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.